Have you ever paused to look around, not just with your eyes, but with your mind? You might feel safe, settled, like everything is under control. But beneath that surface calm, there's a whisper, a quiet, nagging feeling that maybe, just maybe, you're missing something. That somewhere along your path, you stopped growing. And the world? It kept moving, faster than you ever imagined. The modern myth of mastery. In today's world, we're told to specialize. Pick one lane, master it. Be the best at one thing, and success will follow. But here's the uncomfortable truth. That's a myth. A comforting one, yes, but still a myth. You can be the best in your field, the sharpest expert in a niche, and still be replaced by someone who connects dots you've never even seen. Islam, from its earliest days, never glorified narrowness of vision. The Prophet Muhammad didn't only teach religious rituals, he taught strategy, community building, emotional intelligence, and diplomacy. He inspired scholars who weren't just theologians. They were mathematicians, physicians, poets, and philosophers. The power of connection. Let's think for a moment. What did Ibn Sina, Al-Farabi, and Al-Ghazali have in common? They weren't just experts. They were bridges between worlds. They embraced knowledge from different domains, from the Quran to Greek logic to Indian medicine, and synthesized it into something far more powerful than any single discipline. Today, the people who thrive aren't those locked inside their fields, but those who cross boundaries, who understand systems, psychology, economics, and spirituality, and see how they all connect. That's the real superpower of the 21st century. Not knowledge, but insight. The spiritual trap of comfort. Most people stay where it's comfortable. We get good at something, and we cling to it. We dig deeper into one hole, hoping to find treasure. But the deeper you go, the less of the world you can see. The Quran constantly reminds us to reflect, to ponder, to look at creation with open eyes and an open heart. It says, "Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth are signs for those of understanding." Quran 3:190. That understanding isn't just technical mastery. It's awareness, perspective, the courage to ask questions that challenge your comfort, and the humility to accept that you don't know everything. Learning beyond the self. When was the last time you seriously learned something outside your field? Not for a job, not for grades, but simply because your soul needed it. In Islam, seeking knowledge is a lifelong obligation. Not just sacred knowledge, but beneficial knowledge. That means learning about history, language, psychology, economics, even biology. If it helps you understand the world Allah created and helps you serve it better. True knowledge isn't about being the smartest. It's about being the most useful to yourself, to your family, to your ummah. Intellectual awakening. Every time you learn something new, a real spark ignites, a spark that connects with others, until your mind isn't a dusty room, but a living network of light. Science shows this. Every new challenge reorganizes your brain. New pathways form. You literally become more creative, more capable, more alive. And spiritually, the more you expand your mind, the more you expand your heart. You begin to understand yourself in deeper ways. You confront your own assumptions, and that's where real self-knowledge is found. As the prophet, peace be upon him, said, "He who knows himself knows his Lord." But how can you know yourself if you never step outside your usual walls? Vulnerability is a superpower. Society tells you, don't look foolish, don't ask questions, don't be a beginner. But Islam teaches the opposite. Imam Malik, one of the greatest scholars, said, "I don't know more than any man alive." And that's what made him great. Because saying I don't know isn't weakness. It's the first step toward real knowledge. Being vulnerable enough to be a student always means you're constantly growing. And when you're growing, you're unpredictable. You can't be boxed in. That's how you stay relevant. That's how you stay free. The rise of the Muslim polymath. Now imagine this, a new generation of Muslims, not just religiously grounded, but intellectually fearless, able to navigate the worlds of theology, science, art, finance, politics, and tech without contradiction. This is the revival we need. Not just scholars, not just activists, but true polymaths, mutafakkarun, thinkers who connect the seen and the unseen, who understand both data and dua, both logic and love. You could be one of them. You just have to make the choice. You're standing at a crossroad. You can keep doing what you've always done, dig deeper into the same safe place, or you can step out. Learn something radically different. Risk being a beginner. Refuse to be defined by one label. Because true knowledge has never been about accumulation. It has always been about connection. Connection to truth, connection to others, and ultimately, connection to Allah. The world doesn't need another narrow expert. It needs you, a whole, thinking, questioning, creating human being. Rooted in Islam, driven by curiosity, impossible to ignore. So will you keep ignoring your potential? Or are you ready to become someone the world will never forget? If this journey of thought and reflection resonated with you, we kindly invite you to support this growing community. Please remember to like the video, share it with those who seek knowledge, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Your support not only inspires us, but also helps spread wisdom to others. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and join us for more explorations of faith, philosophy, and the timeless pursuit of truth. Until next time, stay thoughtful, stay curious, and stay inspired. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.